Okie dokie, so this is a Graves game where you go 13, 7, and 11, and you guys end up losing the game. So, walk over here. Really not doing anything here. It's not really a big deal to watch this entrance in solo queue. Garen's doing it, so whatever. Alright. Start top side, red buff. Probably wanted to kite the camp a little better. Wait a moment, that's really annoying. Okay. So you take the Scuttle Crab. Garen got solo killed by Trendemir. So you walk up here. Has no Psalms. And you end up dying. He doesn't crit you or anything. And you don't use your E. I don't know what to tell you. You didn't use your E, you just kind of walked up to him. I mean, you got a kite. That's a pretty free kill if you just kite, but it is what it is. So you got a Raptors. And you go to your blue side. It's really surprising that Hecarim didn't take that, but he ganked bot lane, so. Okay, so you just full clear. It's fine. Recall, okay. So then you run back top lane to your Krugs. It's the only thing up. You might be able to gank Trendemir. I don't know. Probably not though, unless he overcommits. Oh well, there's your overcommit. Right on time. But it's not gonna matter. Oh. Alright. Well, that was an ambitious flash, to say the least. So let's see, you go for Skirmisher, Saber, and a Longsword. Graves, it's probably okay. You can walk farther away from the camp when you're reloading. I mean, it really should only hit you like once or twice when you're playing Graves. Okay, so you're clearing, trying to get to 6. I don't know if Gromp's gonna put you at 6. It doesn't. So you start dragon, bot lane is prio, mid lane went back. Well, you see the ward go down. So I would have probably moved off dragon once you saw that ward go down. But now you guys are in a very awkward spot. And you have no health. So Hecarim kills you because you have no health. Looks like Thresh is trolling here. Oh, no, just kidding. He's gonna kill your whole team. Okay. So at this point, you're still even in farm, but obviously you're really behind because Hecarim has 3 kills. So you just full clear the jungle. Your mid laner dies to a gank. So, no Hecarim's top, so you look for his camps, that's fine. Get the Krugs. Might be able to find something here, yeah. Oh. Ooh, Hey, it worked. It worked, it worked. I'm pretty sure you could have played that a million times cleaner. I mean, right there, I don't think you had to walk back into the Jinx, but besides that, I mean, right here you can dash to the side, or I mean, because I mean, right here, if Thresh just flays you out, I think he's just out. I know Jinx is out, but that isn't quite what happens. Jinx just stands still and you stand still. I mean, no one played that very cleanly, but if someone played it cleanly, that fight would have been very different. Either you wouldn't have died or they wouldn't have died. So back to Krugs. Okie dokie. You get your red buff. Ganking Tryndamere isn't really an option, but you can give it a shot. Clear out the ward. Don't check the pink, but doesn't matter. Get the scuttle. They know you're there, so you just go to Raptors. Sylas ganks from your topside jungle, so you know your topside jungle is probably gone. Or Hecarim gank Silas from the topside jungle. Oh. Words are hard. So yeah, Hecarim took that. Turns out he didn't take the Gromp, so you get the Gromp. I mean, So it's not really your job to stop them from inting in the bot lane, but you probably should be pinging that they're coming because. Alright, let me see. Because I'm like 99% sure that you can see that they're going bot here. Yeah, so they push it out and they both start walking towards bot side, so you know they're going bot lane. So you should just be spam pinging your bot lane right now because there's plenty of time to react, but they're not paying attention to the map, so obviously it's not your fault they died, but if you're pinging the map, they probably don't die. So that's just a really important thing to do in general. As a, I mean, your dead mid laner could have done it too, but he didn't, so. You probably didn't need the ult there. Okay. Worked out. Worked out. I mean, I could sit here and roast you about kiting all day long. But I mean, moving between autos, you're actually doing it better on the tower than you've done it on anything else this game. Which I'm not sure how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so you back. Got 3,000 gold. Which is obviously more than enough to put you back in the game. Now you're probably in a pretty good spot, honestly. So you should probably take the blast can there. And yeah, well, get laughed at by Tryndamere. It's pretty good. So you go mid. Because you're holding it for Silas. Tryndamere tries to dive. That's a really good dash. Oh. Well. I mean... Obviously we can see that your E comes back up here. I don't think that your E would have gone off before his auto went off there, so... You played that about as well as you could. I mean... I guess you should have an idea that he's gonna dive you when the Hecarim starts to walk. Like, the Hecarim starts charging up here. Should probably just run away. You kinda do, but you catch yourself at this tower. And if you don't do that, I mean, you're only back here, but it's a big enough difference to where you can just E ult away. Heck, you might have been able to just E-ult away anyway. I'm not sure if that fear would have hit you. But it was a good effort. I mean, I like the attempt, dodge the fear, and outplay it. Bot lane gets shit on. That's fun. Should go back to your red buff. No one ends up taking the Rift Herald this game. So, okay, you guys get the pick, that's good. Should, okay, waiting for Dragon. Do you have any wards or a sweeper? No. Okay. Well, you can't really do too much anyway. Should have probably sold the refillable for control wards on your last back, but I mean, you gotta be paying attention to dragon timers and stuff, which I don't have in the replay, but if I was a little more conscious, I would have said something on your back. Okay. Oh boy. Imagine if this Jinx had any concept of how her rockets work. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it out there. Oh, you played that shit about as badly as you could. So let me just start at the beginning of this bullshit, cause this gets gross. So first of all, you get popped up into Oblivion on Spectator, so you know, XD. But oh god, where does this shit even start? That's Silas, that's not Graves. Okay, so if we watch this, autoing the Thresh, that's good. Autoing Hecarim, that's good. There's no reason to dash back here, though. I mean, you guys aren't going to lose this fight. I guess you're trying to avoid the little bit of damage Hecarim's going to do, but, I mean, he's not going to chop your head off at this point. Send you ult, and it's a pretty big waste to ult, to be honest. You Silas trolls, you flash auto the full health Jinx, which, not sure how I feel about that. I guess you probably just don't see these chompers because there's a control ward here. I mean, you have a ward, so, but I don't know. I would have expected the Jinx to run too. I mean, at this point, if Jinx just uses rockets, she kills everyone, but she decides the minigun is the play. And, doesn't end up working out. But, hey, sometimes you get a little lucky. So you finish that, you're gonna wait for your blue buff. It's fine. So now you just want to back. Yeah, okay. And you want to sell your refillable for 2 control wards, and you probably want a sweeper. So you didn't do that. You're actually sitting on 900 gold when you leave the base. So I'm assuming you're saving up for GA. That would make the most sense. I mean, you already have the cloth armor. So yeah. Chain Vest 2 pinks is probably the best buy you can get here. I mean, I wouldn't have been super upset if you just changed the sweeper and bought a BF sword. I mean, that's really aggressive, but I don't know. I mean, you already have Merc Treads, and their only Fed carry is the Jinx. And I guess Tryndamere and Hecarim are really strong too, but everyone on that team that's strong auto attacks a lot, so I think Tabbies would have been really savvy in this game, but Mercs are still okay. More than anything, I'm upset about this refillable. They sell this shit. Gotta sell that. Gotta have pinks. Here are your team trolls. You almost get caught out. Step straight on the trap. That's never good. I mean, you gotta kite him out. That's all there is to that one. I mean, you walk back right here, and this is okay at this point. Even getting hit by this trap is not that big a deal. But right now, you need to just start walking back because he's walking at you. So you take 2 auto attacks to throw down the smoke screen. If you just dash away, he has to E at you. And as soon as he E's at you, you can just ult away. But taking those 2 crits to the face ends up being what kills you here because you almost kill him anyway. But that smoke screen was pretty troll. You trolled yourself pretty hard there. I mean, walking into the traps was also pretty troll, so I don't know. Kinda killed yourself more than anybody else there killed you. Oh, Graves player, by the way. Just not gonna speak about that one. Okay, so your team finds a pick on the 2 trolls. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind you guys trying to set up Baron. I think it would probably have been better than whatever's about to happen here. Well, unless Hecarim ends. I mean, maybe if Hecarim runs it down. Does your ult not kill here? There's no way you weren't in ult range. Oh, I can't even see the range. Are you gonna really tell me this isn't ult range here? I mean, sure you don't know exactly where he is, but like, you know he's around here. There's no way this shit doesn't kill him. Yeah, you could definitely have ulted this man and killed him, no doubt. And your Morgan's up dead. You kill the Jinx, but you take a fuck ton of damage because you're not kiting her at all. Okay, to Wolves. How much gold do you have? 2100. So after this wave, maybe push out the next one? No? Yeah, Probably could have pushed out the next one. It would have been a lot better than wandering around blue buff for 10 seconds. Yeah, need to go up to your team now though. I don't. Clearing midwave while your team is getting caught. It's probably not the play. I'm gonna be honest. That is probably not it. Don't try to 1v4. Or do. Let's see. How does this go? Really well? Yeah, well that's what I get. That's also what Tryndamere gets for leaving to go in the game. I don't understand why the hell he did this though. This is like such a fucking airhead play from this man. I respect the balls on that play to flash in. All I'm gonna say is that if Tryndamere wasn't a fucking monkey and he was there, you're just gonna flash in and die. But I don't know, maybe you had inside information that this Tryndamere's an ape. I wish I had that information. It's okay. They pick off your Sylas, your Ashe also gets picked. I mean, to be honest, most of these fights are just happening because you're not with your team. And they're just trying to engage on you 4v5. I mean, they're not ending super badly because your team's managing to get some kills and get people low and you clean up, but and then you end up giving away the dragon. I guess it's just a Cloud Drake, but there's no reason to give it away. I mean, you're strong as fuck. The Hecarim is not going to beat you up. So Syndra and Ashe die. Garen splitting bot. What is this Thresh doing? Oh my goodness. What a chimp. So you and Sylas could have threatened Baron. I mean, you could have at least made them come to you. Because there's no way Hecarim could stop you guys 1v2. And then Garen would have had a free split bot. I mean, I guess Hecarim could have sat there and tried to get the steal, but I mean, stealing against Graves is pretty tough with the auto smite. Like 500 damage auto plus smite, basically a 1500 damage smite. Kind of hard to outsmite that as Hecarim. So you start it when you see 3 bot and you see Jinx mid. This is a good call. It's really late, I guess. That's the best way to put it. I mean, oh, you guys are in some deep shit now. So Jinx trolls a little bit. You troll a lot of bit because you flash into them 1v5 and everyone dies. Okay, so let's go back and look at this and let's figure out why this was troll as shit. So you guys are gonna get the Baron down to like 4k. And that in itself is okay. You dash out and make the Jinx flash away. That's fine. But right here, I mean, you guys don't win this fight. I don't think there's any way you can get off a Baron. So your best bet at this point is just to try to melt the Baron and flash over the wall. Because you're not winning a 4v5. That's just not going to happen. Besides that, the Baron's already at 3k HP, so it's going to go pretty quick. You got the Jinx flash for free. Well, free. But, I mean, effectively it is free, because she has no business being here by herself. But yeah, at this point, if you guys just all walk towards Baron and finish it, I mean, maybe Hecarim steals it? But it's going to be a lot better than the end result of whatever happens here. I mean, here I have no concept of what this flash is. Maybe you're trying to kill Jinx. But there's no backup plan here. I mean, if you kill this Jinx, your team still loses the fight in a not close fashion. And you're dead. You're like actually just dead here. And like, there's no reason you have to be dead here. I mean, you still have flash. If you just kite this out and play this fight out, play it backwards, I mean, it's going to be really hard to win because your Ashe is low as hell, but there's no way you can win it like this. I mean, you end up flashing straight into a hook, which obviously leads to you dying. Tryndamere just flashes on Ashe, deletes the bot lane. You get basically CC locked to hell. You get one auto off and you kill Syndra, but it doesn't matter. I mean, Sylas does his best here, but I don't think the Baron call was bad. I think the turn call was bad. I don't think there's any way you guys can actually turn off that. And then obviously, when you did turn off it, you also played it really bad, so that doesn't help. But I don't know. Another thing to consider is that I haven't seen any control wards this game, which is really not a great thing for your jungler. You still don't have a sweeper, which again, really not a great thing for your... Hell, your Morgana doesn't have a sweeper. There are actually no sweepers on your team. So you guys have no way to deny vision. Other than praying that they just don't place it, I guess. That was really nice. Really bold. I like it. Oh boy. So you end up stopping the Baron push with that. That's really good. I mean, wasn't like picture perfect, but I mean, it was a nice sidestep on the Syndra stun. I mean, very ballsy play, but your team kind of needs a ballsy play at this point, so you guys go to Cloud. This is pretty free. Morgana almost dies. That's good. Yeah, I don't know why I'm watching 1 time speed. Okay. It's a good ult. Silas dies, but he kills Thresh, so it's decent. Mm, they really shouldn't be able to get much here unless... Oh, okay. Sure, Garen's top lane, so that's really, really bad. And you guys end up taking that 3v3, even though their Jinx is extremely fed, their Tryndamere is really fed, and yeah, that's gross. That's gross. It's not really your fault that that happened. It's really Garen's fault. The best thing I could tell you to do there would be to back up, but backing up means you cede the tower. So maybe the best thing you could do there is ping Garen to tell him to come mid instead of pushing out top like an ape. So here you back. Baron's up in 10 seconds. You buy a pot. Okay. So they're just gonna end up getting a free Baron, aren't they? I mean, I assume they take it really fast. Yeah. So I mean, obviously backing before Baron is probably what you wanted to do, but I mean, you gotta back earlier if your plan is to go back and try to contest the Baron. And obviously, I think the play there is to contest, so. Alright, so that's the end of the game. So, I mean, if I were to sum it up, your early game, you trolled yourself because you went top, you died to the Tryndamere who had no flash, no ignite, no way to gap close on you. You had flash, you had a red buff, and you died to him. That was really bad. If you hadn't died to him, you would have had a really big advantage. because Hecarim failed to gank bot lane. He went down there and burned his ghost. Didn't get anything. So if you succeed on what should be a free kill top, then you could have farmed his top side. And I mean, I'm assuming that he just backed. I wasn't really watching him too closely. But you know for sure he also failed a gank. He just didn't die. But you died because you didn't kite. And that was a really big thing throughout the whole game, though, is that you didn't kite super well around anything. I mean, like I said, the best thing that you kited in the game was the stupid mid lane tower. But there's a lot of mechanical error here. Like, you get around to the camps okay. I mean, sometimes there's like delay in your input, like you go to the right spot and it just, I don't know, it takes a second. Like there was the time at the blue buff where you like walked into the bush like you were gonna recall, but it took like 3 seconds for you to recall, and like, I mean, 3 seconds is 3 seconds. Makes a world of difference sometimes. Then there's the warding thing. Like your vision score is really good for what you have, and I guess if you don't feel like you need to have a sweeper, then maybe not. But I will say that not having a sweeper really hurts you guys. Obviously, your Morgana's supposed to have a sweeper, so. But the jungler usually has a sweeper too. And you didn't buy any control wards. So, objective control was a lot harder for you guys because you had no way to clear out vision other than praying that someone bought a control ward. And I get that you're fed and you want to spend money on carrying and shit, but like 75 gold is not going to break your budget. You're not going to lose too many games because you spent 75 gold on a control ward. And like as the jungler, you should be buying control wards pretty much every time they fit into your build. I mean, it's a good habit to be into. And obviously, it helps with setting up objectives like Dragon and Baron, just clearing vision in general. And I mean, I don't know. I didn't I didn't think you played like the whole game badly, but you played a lot of situations really awkwardly. Like this one at Baron where you flash into their team, or this one over here where you flash for the full health Jinx. I mean, even this one over here when you flashed over the wall and got a triple kill, the result was good, but the play was blind. I mean, like I said, if that Tryndamere was there, you were fucked. Fortunately for you, he was trying to backdoor your base for some unholy reason. But I do respect the ballsiness on this play. I mean, actually, all the plays are pretty ballsy when you think about it, because you're always flashing into their team, but you have to have some kind of restraint. I mean, it's not it's not a bad thing to be aggressive. Like, I would rather you be too aggressive than too passive. But if you're not going to buy wards and you're not going to play with vision or denying vision, then you're going to have a lot harder time than if you were. I mean, like, this triple kill you got actually is just like, it's this is the pinnacle of fucked up situations that ended with a decent result. Because, like, you were bot lane, you pushed out a wave of supers. Then the next wave came in. You could have pushed that out, but you didn't. You spent 10 seconds at blue buff doing nothing. Then you walked mid lane and pushed out mid lane while your team was fighting. which was also really troll. I mean, that whole interaction, you spent probably 40 seconds on the bot lane, maybe longer than that, like bot to mid, and then getting to this fight probably took you about a whole minute. And if you had just walked there after you cleared out this first wave and saw that they were fighting, I mean, you're probably there in 20 seconds. Your team might even wipe that fight, and you might just get the Baron right there and turn the game. I don't know. I don't know if that's how it played out because that's not what you did. But I don't know. This is my first game reviewing for the jungle, so I'm gonna definitely get better at it. There's a lot of things that I need to learn to see, and even with what I know now, I see a lot. So I know for sure that once I get a little better, I'll be able to review you a little better. But the biggest thing I see is wards. There's no control wards, there's no sweeper. Like, you're not denying any vision from the enemy team. And that's just really hard to play around because dragons, barons, any neutral objective, I mean, hell, even stealing away a buff. You throw a control ward in this bush, make sure you're not seen. I mean, it's all really important stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I'll try to do some other ones. But all right.